Welcome back to Grandpa's Time. Hi grandkids. Today I want to talk about charts. Charts are what we use out on the water to navigate between places. A lot of times we use electronics and electronic charts for a lot of our navigation now, but we still have paper charts, and I'm going to just kind of walk you through the paper charts like I did the maps a while back in a different video. This is just going to be basic. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of navigation on this video. Maybe I'll do that later on down the road, but I just want to give you a basic idea of recognizing what you're looking at on a chart. So here we go. Since this is just an overview, I'm not going to get too into how to use all these tools, although I will show you the use of the dividers later in the video. Chart dividers are used to measure distance in a marked position. The triangles are used for plotting and chart work, and the parallel rulers are used to plot direction and used with the compass rose. Anytime you're doing chart work, you're also going to want a sharp pencil or two. All the charts I use have this information on them: chart name, the type of chart, the scale, and the unit of measuring depth soundings. In the US, the unit of measuring depth soundings is fathoms. That's what I'll be showing you today. 1 fathom is 6 feet. Okay, here's a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. You can see the name of the chart, Dutch Harbor, Unalaska Island. The type of chart, which is a Mercator projection. I'll explain that more in a minute. The scale of the chart, and the soundings in fathoms at mean, lower water. And I'll explain that in a minute also. All the charts I use are either NOAA charts or Canadian charts, and they're all Mercator projection charts, which is the commonly used chart type in maritime navigation. If you draw a straight line between 2 points on a Mercator projection chart, the line represents the direction you need to sail between the 2 points. That's the easiest way to explain that. The scale of the chart depends on what the chart is being used for. We have sailing charts, general charts, coastal charts, and harbor charts. The harbor charts have a scale, say 1 to 50,000. Coastal charts will go like 1 to 50 or 1 to 150,000. And then the general charts are larger, and the sailing charts are, they're more vague. The smaller the chart, the more it explains. Or I should say, the more detailed the explanation is. Soundings in fathoms at mean, lower, low water. Mean, lower, low water means the average height of the lowest tide recorded for that area during a 19-year recording period. So they just take the average lowest tide and they put that on the chart, so you know what the lowest depth is probably going to be. Okay, what else is on a chart? Well, we've got the chart numbers. So there are 5-digit numbers for the NOAA charts in the United States. This one's 16011. This one's 17320. Well, what does that mean, Grandpa? The first 2 digits on the 5-digit number represents the zone that chart's from. So 16 is Western Alaska, 17 is like Southeast Alaska. If you saw one that said 18 something, that would be like the coastal Washington or the Inside Passage down in Washington State. Okay, to find out where we are on a chart, we use latitude and longitude. Latitude starts at the equator, which is 0, and that's the middle of the Earth, and it goes to 90 degrees north, which is the North Pole, or 90 degrees south, which is the South Pole. And then longitude lines are they're imaginary lines, and then longitude lines are imaginary lines that run east or west of the prime meridian, which runs through Greenwich, England, and they're vertical lines, up and down lines that meet at the north and south poles. Okay, here is an example of a longitude line. Okay, grandkids, so as an example, today I'm at 55 degrees 17 minutes north and 131 degrees 35 minutes west. which is just southeast of Ketchikan, Alaska. Okay, your latitude and longitude lines on a chart, your latitude line numbers are going to be on the left and the right of the chart, and your longitude lines will be on the top and the bottom of the chart. Okay, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to wrap it up. In the next video on charts, we'll do determining distance and showing where you are, how to find where you are on a chart. But I wanted to show you this last thing about reading a chart. US chart number 1 has all the symbols, abbreviations, and terms that we use on paper and electronic charts in the United States. It's a really handy guide. Every little symbol and everything that you could think of, if you don't know what it means, it will be in this book. Thanks for watching, grandkids. We'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah.